Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we were playing Esper Midrange and I made a ton of changes to the list that I played previously. The last list I ended up playing I was 24-5, but a lot of the comments recommended some changes, so I made some changes to the list. We added some counter spells for protection, some other flash creatures to kind of help change up the pace of the game, and added in some virtues and the Emperor along with Lauren. Outside of that, we're going to go ahead and hop into the games, see how they go. I hope you all enjoy them, and if you do, please be sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate it. I'm working on getting to 1,000 to get my videos to become monetized and I can actually become a YouTube partner, so that'd be great. So thanks for the support if you are supporting. Other than that, I just appreciate everybody watching the video. So let's just go ahead and hop into the game, see how they go. Okay. You're good, I think. We'll keep. Oh, be that bad. We'll play this out. Hold up a go for the throw or cycle the virtue here. On a red. Okay. Take our one. Play out a Plaza Heroes. We'll pass. We'll end. We'll see. Most of the time when the Kamano doesn't lead out, I typically think that there's like a monstrous rage and stuff being held up here. But we get to do something really cool here on this double attack, because normally we're like, oh yeah, fire off to go for the third, prevent that. Instead, we'll make our 2/2 have it block the spear here, because it's just such a free block. Now we have a Deep Cavern Bat, we have a Tidebinder, we have a Rafine that we can play, and for me, getting the Rafine down, attacking here, is just so strong, so good. You can let this grow, but I can get rid of the land as well. All my cards in hand are not that bad. Okay, they just don't want to figure it out and let me talk. I'm sorry, Mono Red, I'll speed up next time, okay? I'm sorry. Alright, we go first. We got Bat on 2. Invasion on 3, maybe a shielder. We'll kind of see. Quite a lot of lands to do this, so we'll see what happens. Opponent. Or our opponent won't show up. There they are. We got mono white. Typically means our bat's actually not that bad. Let's take a look. Assume Thalia's coming down. I'll just take their ossification to make sure it's not as awkward here. A land. I would have to assume Thalia, right? Yeah. I care. Kind of. Yes. Oh, what a great draw, huh? We'll attack and try to force this kind of damage that we're taking off. Then here, I assume, yeah, the Vanguard is going to come in, buff and buff. Have to assume a double attack here. Yeah. We'll make our 2/2 Knight. Go to block. We'll take this out. Talia sure is first strike. Gonna do his thing. I thought about playing cut down, but instead I'm gonna play Rafine and I'm gonna attack. Get rid of our Ban of the Betrayal, and we know why. If you're unsure why, it's because we obviously have the invasion plan. I guess it's not obvious. If you don't know why, you wouldn't know why. But we have the invasion of the Amonkhet ready to go. When we flip invasion of Amonkhet, we can have it copy this Deep Betrayal, and it'll permanently do that as long as they only destroy the creature. If they exile it, obviously it's a different scenario, but good to see here. Adeline's a good card for sure. We'll play this invasion. Get to make them discard. We'll draw. Then we're gonna hit this invasion. Now we get to do something kind of cool. We can send the bat at invasion and Rafine at face, and then discard like stuff like that instead. Not player land quite yet. We're gonna hope to just kind of hit it here. Just cause I do want to threaten life total a little bit, even though it might not be much. But it's just good next time. Cut down's gonna go. It's obviously a punt. Honestly, a punt from me. But comes go in our graveyard. We're gonna do the Deepest Betrayal, so if it does get removed, we can constantly bring it back every turn. We'll put this power in play, and then we'll play a Plaza of Heroes, play this Virtue, attack, gain a lot of life, Adeline's kind of fine. You're pretty healthy right now. Your attacks don't work out very well. It's the other reason we kind of went for it. So this is what I'm talking about, is you're about to see. Our opponent might concede off this. As you see, the bat dies, returning the invasion back on the backside. So I get to go back into my graveyard and pick that bat to retarget. So it comes back over and over and over and over again. They can't stop it. They scry, goes to the top. Very nice. Play a plaza. I will move to combat. I will attack. You must discard or I make bat. Target Rafine. Obviously we could target another lifelinker, but I'm afraid of ossification. They have to hit land plus have ossification, I guess. Kind of the thing, right? Now I'm confused. Monty here. I mean, even if they have ossification, it's still lethal. So, untap. Will you be able to get through my board, Blazing Dave? Be scared. Be very afraid. I have a massive board state, and I'm at 32. It's like the problem for mono white when you play up against this Esper deck is they have so many good solid creatures in play, but they lack reach or flying. Therefore, I just have a lot. Like here, you can hit me for 9 and I'm still, well, yeah, you can hit me for 9 and I'm only barely down. So, yeah, we'll take it. We're not going to block. We're not going to let Nganjo pop something or lose our creatures to something stupid. So, we just no block, win the game, and we move on. Hands I've seen, sorry, I wasn't clicking in the game, but if hands I've seen, it's definitely kind of a snap keep. Start off with a cut down, up and ready. Cut down, up and ready. And we'll just end here, or pass turn here. Now, if they try to target the scamp, I'll definitely cut down and I'll let it hit for 1. I have no problem allowing that to happen. Now I'll go for the removal. Assume they're gonna protect it. Like, fine, I guess. Get them to use their entire spell, which is kind of essentially accomplishing the same thing. Maybe not exactly, but play this. Now we'll play Deep Cavern Bat, and we'll look at their hand. Like to look. Mono is definitely fine. The worst card here is Questing Druid by a mile. Now, what they can do is they can attack me, hit, and I let it happen because I'd much rather they sack this scamper to take out my Deep Cavern Bat instead of the opposite way. If I block, yeah, see, we knew they were going to do that because they want this Questing Druid back. The main thing they're going to want to do is cycle it on my instep. They're going to play Kamano here, cycle this on my instep, hopefully play it on their turn. Their kind of goal. I could force them to do it now, though, because we did draw yet another bat. Do it. Let's force them. Go your Questing Druid. Kind of dug cards, because Questing Druid obviously doesn't have haste. Tyvar Sand's annoying. Audacity's also kind of annoying. The Audacity doesn't really do anything like Tyvar Sand does. One gives indestructible. The other one just kind of makes it stronger. Obviously that's not great, but also can Odawara bounce something next turn if need be. Now it's like, are you going to Giant Growth it or Kamano? And it feels like you should definitely play Kamano here. Worry about the Audacity later, I think. Questing Druid's a 3/3. The cut down doesn't work. Sure, it's vulnerable for a turn, but are you really upset about that? I think the answer would be no. Obviously, we have Emperor, and we also have Odawara bounce. We don't really want to bounce the Questing Druid. That seems like a horrible mistake. We also have a Make Disappear. We could have just played a Denic and held up Make Disappear, but most of the spells in their deck are 1 mana. Like, I'm good. Ooh. Yeah, we will be popping off a counter spell on that one. Good. I would prefer you not being able to sack anything that you want at random. Now, we will Audacity or not. We'll see how tight their play is here. Yep. Play. The reason that's tight is because Blessing Drew is already a problem, so why make it more of a problem? We don't really necessarily have to. Make mono equally as a problem. The only issue is now I can kind of freely do this. I don't really care about this Emperor. It's up to them if they want to deal with it. I'm going to attack to gain this life. I don't really want to block because Tyvar Stand becomes a +3/+3 with their mana base. Much rather this happen, kind of, and us hopefully draw like a spell that's good. Yeah, for me. I mean, I can grab back a Walker, I guess. I will play Odawara. I will play Dennick. And then, again, I'm going to attack. The other thing is, this has Trample, and most of their cards kind of provide Trample. The only one that really doesn't is a Giant Growth, so I'm not necessarily keen on figuring that out. Definitely a block here for me. Block pops off. Okay, sweet. We have enough mana. We could have given it Indestructible, but I'd much rather cycle this Takenuma, I think. So many better creatures that I can grab out than Dennick. Spear, sure. Takenuma cycle. Grab a Shieldred. Fiend's obviously good, but I'll definitely be grabbing a Shieldred here, regardless. I love drawing cards. And they haven't shown to have drawn a big spell yet. There's a land. Have a big spell now. Is this a concede? I love... Ooh, what is that? Distribute 3/1/1 counters and play it. Okay. Enchantment. So this seems crazy, but watch this trick. We're gonna let that hit us. They thought we were gonna trade it off, right? And normally you would argue, why wouldn't you trade that off? Well, because we are going to play a Lauren and blow up their creature for pretty much free. Then we're gonna move to combat, hold this Shielder back, still attacking, gaining our 1. And I'm going to use this Rafine's Tower to cycle and draw a card. Which is basically more life off Shieldred. Shieldred's the bully. Our opponent's upset. I don't like what's happening. Can't handle it. Can't hang. I actually think I know what their plan is. I think they're going to try to get rid of this bat. They're done. They don't want to play no more. Shieldred for the dub. You ever cycle a land and your opponent concede? I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, our opponent keeps 7. I think we got to keep our 7. Okay. On the play. This is not looking great for us. Play the Ords off land first so we can play the Sodawar right away. Yeah, I guess the Seacrum. Coast. Deep Cavern Bat. Yeah, we pretty much knew that this is what we're going to be playing against. They have 1 creature in hand, so we'll take it. Rest is all spells, so feels pretty like obviously what we should take. They find land. They currently have nothing. They can Ancestral Anger my Deep Cavern Bat to draw a card, though. Which, to me, great. That, however, is unfair. I call bull. I'm gonna be honest with you. I call bull. I don't agree. I think that's messed up. I'll attack. We'll Deep Cavern Bat. Now, of course, we get hit for a ton here. How much is a ton? 6, 12. Keep the one mounts. Yeah, that's tough, dude. Holy. I mean, I guess if they use Tyvar Stand to grow it, that means they won't have the hexproof and stuff, and maybe they'll kind of commit out here. Deep Cavern Batting, Audacity, that's 10 damage. I mean, that's 12. No blocks. We really hope they don't have. Oh my god, 16, 17, 18. Tyvar Stand's still there. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I mean, you can just see. I mean, we played it one way, immediately played it the other way. The problem is, if I did it the other way, I actually just died there.
You're just underwhelming.
And they just have to do it. I can't stop it. This is trample double strike for 12, so I would go first. I mean, this hand's good. Keep this hand. We actually have to lead off with Shattered Sanctum. Just so we have the mana for the Go for the Throat immediately. Phoenix Chick is kind of whatever to me. Don't really care about the one for a while. Especially with the double Go for the Throat draw right now and a Virtue of Loyalty up. Best case scenario is like Sure. Phoenix Chick, sure. Yes. Make my 2/2. Could argue we go for the throat one, then next turn we have a go for the throat, but don't necessarily think it's that important. We'll attack with our 2/2 vigilance. Now we have make disappear, we have go for the throats. We could obviously counter this go for our play with fire. If that's what it is, it could be a monstrous rage. There's a lot of things it could be, and regardless. Oh, it's cool. I'm gonna shut this nonsense off. Carmen Scoundrel is such a value card. I'm just gonna shut it off. I'm not gonna allow it, pretty much. Could have cut down. They played around cut down turn 1, gets to turn 3, and leave it up to the red player to just forget to ever play around it. You know, typical red stuff. But, oh, I guess I'll take one of the lightning strikes, because why not? Back for 2. Obviously, we never trade this bat off because it basically counters one of the Phoenix Chicks. They'll have to kill me for it. They have another lightning strike. This one. Now they have lightning strike, of course. And they're a little bit ahead right now, but technically this can kind of outpace them if we can get there. Combat. We'll attack. I think holding up to go for the throat is more important. Let's just take our 3 here. Also, we've shown them that we play make disappear, so maybe they'll hesitate a little, and I think that's what we got right there. Now, obviously, a human coming in off the cavern doesn't really matter. It has vigilance, so we can't really stop that regardless. Gonna pop it. Wait, so there was no playing against Gruul the past couple of matches, there was no Tyvar stand, so I feel pretty good about that. If we have anything good in here, we do have a Deep Cavern Bat, so I'll play an Invasion. Force them to discard a card. Get rid of the other land, okay. Attack this. That's 2. Now we might see a situation where this gets lightning striked instead, because they obviously don't want us to flip this. Who knows? This gets lightning striked when we go to combat to attack this invasion. We'll play the Lauren and then blow up the Kamano. Okay. Let me know right away. Not that bad. Okay, well. Play this one. I mean, we get a creature that blocks the Phoenix Chick right away. They can lightning strike this Rafine down after. I won't really care. Incredible draw, dog. I got it. It's like, what? Yeah, I guess. Can I draw a land? My game would go significantly better if I just drew a land. And then I would be able to play this, and I would have been able to do the Virtue, or I could have Rafined, it ended Virtue. So we have to play Lauren. We get the Kamano out of the way. Do play Song. I don't know if anybody's seen this card in a while. Card, make X1 with bats and stuff. Alright, well. Glad that's all you got, opponent. We finally draw a land. Almost a little too late, to be honest with you. Okay, here. We're obviously going to go get our Deep Cavern Bat. And I don't care about their cards at all. I care about making a 4/4 lifelinker. And then I'm going to play this Wandering Emperor that I've been holding on to forever now, just because it hasn't been super relevant. And we'll end. And we'll sit here and stare. And our opponent decides that that's enough. Who would have thought? Being at 5 against Mono Red with a 4/4 lifelinker in play was enough to make them quit the game. Oh. Snap keep? I'll keep as well. Blue, black. Throw our Rafine Tower up. It always enters tap, so we like to get it out of the way early. And then we'll play Seacrum. Oh. Grixis? Hello? Somebody help. Getting Grixis straight now. It's been so long since that's happened. No Fable the Mirror Breaker's banned, right? Oh, no, 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 no. You're not invasioning me, opponent. I do that. That is me, not you. Hey, cut down. Fog. We go looking. Ian. Yeah, I guess you play an Unlicensed Hearse, which we can pick up with the Lauren, so it's not that big of a deal. We want to make them discard that, so we'll take the Go for the Throat. Then I'll pass. License Hearst. I just wasn't expecting that to happen. I guess. I didn't really think about it. You know? Like one of those things where you're kind of like, you see it and you're like, why would I play around it, you know? That's not me. I'm not doing that. Nope. No way. Now we could take this invasion away. I could play Rafine and that kind of ruins their whole turn. And then try to do it like that next turn. I could also play Lauren and pop this, you know what I'm saying? But let's play Rafine. It's hard on him right now. The ward is kind of gatekeeping it because of this. So ready for the 2-mana spell to come from the new set that kind of cuts all this nonsense off. If you're unaware of what it is, there's a 2-mana spell that's uncounterable, which means it gets around ward. Yeah, would you like to play it? Okay. I was just asking. For a friend. They have a big dino. I was really hoping that we kind of get to take away. We get to take away their hand here. I feel like they keep the dino and hope to draw a land the other way. We could see them potentially maybe cycle away their stuff here. I want to play a Lauren. Blow up this Unlicensed Hearst here, and we kind of hope this just isn't a land. I think it's kind of the gamble we have to take. Yeah, it's fine. No, it's not like a great gamble, but I don't know if we necessarily have the best option all the time. I guess also their draw has to not be a land. It could be a tap land, I guess. Can look, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Be mana efficient about it. Like being mana efficient. I Now you can look. I also have an invasion opponent. Makes a mistake. Oh, you kind of did. To an extent. I'll let my go for the third go. You draw a card, so don't autopilot in a land. So I guess it's not as bad, you know what I'm saying? But an attack. I'm just gonna play this bat. They miss again. We're feeling good. Miss there, but they're unlikely to miss. But they could hit a land. It's like weird, right? They could have hit a land, but there's a high chance that it's a tap land. There's a bat, so they do get this. Oh, look at you go. Good. When target opponent, use draw a card. I'm kind of down for that right now, just because I'm so empty-handed. Don't play anything. This will force him to discard. Do I give him more options to discard? I think the answer is no, right? At least do it like now. Got a CAD. Kept a land. Okay. Yeah, this situation I'm talking about pretty much is there's a land they didn't want to discard. Or didn't want to play because it was tapped, and then they would lose their dino. We play our land. So unthrilled about what's happening right now. Would you like the brick, Carnosaur? I kind of count that as a brick. So now we kind of have a lock going on. Block here, I guess. Yeah, we'll block. Then they already played land and everything, so we'll activate here. Target you as my opponent. Draw land. It doesn't really matter because we're gonna obviously keep attacking here. Oh boy. Anything crazy down in here? Kind of. Some stuff is kind of annoying. This is actually like crucially annoying. We attack here. Now they have to discard their card. Oh, Jesus. We discard this. See if they want to block. I doubt it, but their life total is under some pressure. Now, of course, the problem being this, so we cut down it. And now we have, like, kind of blocks. See what happens here? Because, like, that hits. Right now, there's a Carnosaur, I guess. Can bring up their man land. Oh boy. I mean, I feel like what are you milling? Identic, I guess. I mean, realistically, there's not like a block that makes sense, I guess, right? Like, they're going to bring this back, and it's going to be a Carnosaur, and they're going to discover 5, and we just hope that it's a brick, pretty much. And then we just hope we draw the removal, and then get this bat out of here, and then kill him. Like, our graveyard's not that great. We can take our Denic, I guess. I would assume also Blood Type Harvester is an option, but I think Carnosaur has to be their choice. Then it's like questionable, like, what do you take? You hope for a brick, like we said. Okay. Still need a brick. You know, the chances are way higher now. Invasion, that's pretty much a brick for us. They do draw a card. It's not even a brick, right? That sucks. All these borderless lands, I can't really tell what's what. I don't even want to activate this, but I think I have to. I'm so far behind. That. We just have to hope they don't have anything. That blood token cycle, of course. We move to combat. We attack. Here. 3. It can be exactly lethal. Oh, we need 1 spell and it's lethal. Let's go, baby. We need 1. We just need 1. 1 spell. Oh, let's go. We hit it. Oh, no. Wait, did they kill it before this registered? No, it misses. Ah, so stupid. It's so dumb. Do I keep the invasion or I keep the bat? I think I keep the invasion. That's so cringe. I mean, I guess I just short, right? Yeah. That's so cringe. Ah, Rafine, you're so annoying. I hate the way you resolve. I just always forget that that's the way that's going to happen. Shielded bats, things, etc. Dodge kind of stuff. Fast here. Because we might be able to cycle this virtue and block and kind of sneak attack them. Maybe they'll miscalculate on this attack on their invasion. But also, there's another Carnosaur, I guess. Kind of depends how they want to go about this turn. Oh, they're taking no risk. Face. Sure, I guess. No blocks. Take a big chunk. Let the invasion flip. No land activation, by the way, so it's a little bit weird. But I can definitely see them trying to take this shielded here. But will they be forced to kind of go for the Carnosaur? I'm so upset that we kind of had it, but they drew like not like the exact thing they need. Oh, wow. Cycles virtue. I was not ready for the deep cavern bat. That kind of tells me that maybe the last card in hand is the land or a junk card. But I think you might want to even cycle before then, no? Kind of wild. But I think realistically, depending how our turn pans out, we can actually attack out. I think we still get there to an extent. I'm gonna try. Here. I'll just cut down, I guess. And we can grow up big enough to get rid of this bat. Triggers. Last card of dud. I'm gonna go into full control mode because when we draw our 4 cards, if we draw removal, we're gonna want to be able to remove this bat. Yeah. Triggering for 4. It's just what? I mean, I guess I'll draw 4 lands. Now it didn't matter. Now they can technically like block here if they want. I mean, there's like no creature. Oh, we actually find lethal here. Yo, let's go. We found lethal here. We draw this Urtai. And we get to play the Urtai from our hand and then blow up the only blocker that they have. And then we still have lethal in the air. That is mamma mia. So good. It's so good. Finding lethal there is nuts. Let's go. We go first. We have no white in his hand. 3 lands and kind of like a good curve overall. I'm gonna probably just try to keep and find the white. I guess I should have let off though to War because now I can't play Denick on curve. Or blue, I mean. I think I said white, but regardless. That off the battlefield. We do not need to deal with that life gain mess. I guess we play our Takenuma as well. And we do invasion. Mill. Card, we draw. We don't need white mana. Cleric is fine. This can't counter. We'll destroy regardless. Yeah. Fine. I guess we just kind of chill, right? We'll just blow up something important. And then this will be a 3-2. And then, especially if they double attack. Or if they attack, we can actually just blow this up. This creature. We can actually just blow it up instead. Or, yeah. Sure. Pattern. Sure. I don't have white for Emperor. I just realized. I just talked about making a play with Emperor. I don't have white for it. Just off the battlefield again. Then we'll start attacking the invasion, I guess. Obviously could have drew removal. Well, there's a white source, but not really in the way that we'd like. If that gets to resolve, then we definitely know the removal is not super there. That makes sense. Roaming Throne, Extraction Specialist again, Voice of the Bless as well. Yikes. Oh, they let me hit. Okay. I just kind of figured it would block just on the fact that, like, they have, like, attacks, I guess. Going wide, and that's kind of one of our problems here, is we're not really going to be able to do much. Oh, we found a double white source. That's pretty cool. Roaming Throne's good. It's obviously good. Emperor can exile this as long as they don't gain enough life to kind of get to that. We can have this attack and then pop this, maybe. But, like, not really, I guess. We can also just play this. I think attacking's fine. In there. Could play Emperor plus give his first strike, so that will die. I still think just the best play here is get the bat online, because it is rather large creature. They'll fly over the top and we can get that gone, and we can even bring back Extraction Specialist ourselves and break back to Deep Cavern Bat. There that goes. Gain some life, sure. I gain some more life. Make it huge, big dog. Does that flying? Does that vigilance? They play land after. It's already up to 7. Death toucher, not blocking. Heck yeah. You gone? We have to, or it'll basically become indestructible. Sure. Move to combat. Attack here. They have to discard, which will be the Preacher. They obviously going to probably keep the Roaming Throne. I can't imagine another play that they would make. Then I would assume the Phantom's going to block. Can't imagine this is allowed to hit. Yeah. Then that's gone. And I can play Dennick as like a 3-2. So when things go to the graveyard, I can kind of like look. But I can also... Throne is probably their next play, so I can then play an Emperor, make a 2-2 block. Cleric, I think, right? Yeah. I would assume it's no out attack here. They're at 41. We have so much work we have to do here. Let's Emperor. Like we said, we'll make a 2-2 here first. We want to exile this because we're sick of it coming back. We block here. And we'll take 2 drain off this. Which is like tragic. But it is what it is. Kinda gotta do what we gotta do. Keep gaining life, I suppose. I don't really have a way to stop you. We can hit, bring back a Trana, pop this. So we go to exile. We get this off the battlefield permanently. And now then it's Ward 2, right? So I move to combat. We attack down this invasion. Triggers. We'll make a bat. or draw a card. We don't make a bat. We make a bat if they discard. Do this. Like I would love to bring back something else, but I think I have to bring back this. And of course, like they'll draw a card, but I think there's significantly worse plays here for us that can happen than them drawing a singular card here. And then I will play this Decklist as a 3/2. And I'll just play this land. Could argue to hold it for this Rafine when we attack next turn, which maybe you're right, honestly. But our opponent concedes at 48 life. They have enough. Bring it. Alrighty. Team. We talk about the list. There's definitely a big significant difference between this list and then the list I've played in the past, where I was kind of rocking people. In the past, I was 24-5, obviously. A little bit of issues happened after that. We kind of changed the list a little bit. We made ourselves a little bit more flexible to dealing with things like Sunfall to populate, maybe even, or just like big enchantments in general, like when a domain tries to leyline binding us or something, or a big artifact comes in, like a temporary lockdown, for example. We're not necessarily losing our bats and our Decklist and some other tokens we might make or something like that. Things of that nature. We went down a little bit on the combo kind of piece, and if you don't understand what the combo piece is, there's Invasion of Amonkhet that basically flips into the Deepest Betrayal Bat. If you want to know how it works, I explained it in my last video. Pretty much like last time I played Esper, I explained it pretty much in detail there. If you would like to go check that out, you can skip the outro. I explained it right then and there. But basically, to make it quick, you remove all the counters off this, flips into the zombie, becomes the bat. If the bat dies, it returns the zombie part back of this. Therefore, it recopies the bat and it comes back infinitely. We saw it happen one time in our matches today. And our opponent, I don't know, was sure how that worked against aggro. 4/4 life like it got to block, and then it got to come back immediately. Yeah, Rafine proceeds to be the best card in this deck, but I will say when a new set comes out, we will lose a lot of our value. We get to play the card, but Rafine is not necessarily as protected as it once was, as Ward 1 will no longer be as strong and relevant as it could be with the new 2-mana black spell that is destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less, I think, and it's uncounterable. So they just get to void playing the ward cost. Ward counters the spell. If the spell is uncounterable, like Void Rend, for example, that's currently legal, you do not have to pay the ward cost. You just get to say no, and it will still remove it off the battlefield. The main changes, if we want to talk about it a little bit, that I made, trim, added 3 virtues, added 2 Urtai, I think. We added Lauren the third path, which has actually been really good all day, and a Wandering Emperor as like kind of a thing to kind of pump in creatures, especially if we have this virtue online, but mainly the exile. Sometimes we want to have it, or a planeswalker, just make it a little bit difficult, be a little bit more dynamic in certain spots. And then we added 2 Make Disappears and 2 Tidebinders. The rest of the deck was pretty much exactly what it was. Also, I didn't change the mana base at all for this. I just kind of changed the cards and just ran it back. But we kind of, like I said before, we changed the quantity of this card, we changed the quantity of this card, we added a cut down. I think we added a go for the third. That could be a lie. I could just be lying to your face. But we cut the Schooner, we cut the 4/1 mana Flying Pirate, because if you don't play Schooner, you don't really need it. So we're a little less on the map token plan. And I liked it a lot. We also cut Malcolm, but I liked it a lot because I've been talking about putting Tidebinder in the deck, and a lot of suggestions says, well, we kind of need to play a counterspell of some kind just to get the board wipes off of us. And that's Make Disappear, that's Urtai, and also just some flash creatures are really hard to deal with, so we just like benefit from that massively. Outside of that, this is the deck list that I ran. I went pretty well today. I think I got overran by Gruul, as you'll see in as you saw one of the matchups. Like, we beat it and then we lost to the nuts. Happens, you know. Outside of that, we're pretty good, and I think we lost to one enchantment deck, and maybe we have another loss somewhere in there. I'm unsure, but I mean, we won significantly more games than we lost today. So outside of that, that's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed wherever you're watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever it is. I'll catch y'all later in the next one. Watching, and goodbye.